and areas you've played in Niagara, but not before we introduce the show. Welcome to Sofa City Sounds. I'm your local musical shit show, and these guys are one of my favorite bands. Please introduce yourselves, and then let's continue the conversation.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I do
And I'm-
vocals.
And I'm Gord. I play bass.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we're Beguiler. Yeah,
Yay!
all two pieces of it.
That's awesome. So I had Pound of Flesh on a couple of weeks ago, and they named themselves Half Pound of Flesh.
Okay, yeah.
Two of them, so
Yeah, we know those guys too.
they're great guys. They're actually playing at the Bank the weekend before you guys are.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, and that's actually what we were talking about was you guys playing the Eaten by Sharks show at the Bank on July 19th in Welland.
Yeah, it should be
That'd
good.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But the reason we have you guys here tonight is because you are one of the last three bands. You're one of the last three bands to be announced for Festival at the Whiskey Pit at Ryfield Studios, which is fucking killer. What a lineup so far. You guys just add the sugar on top.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Yeah. So they did announce us now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I hope so. I didn't get a message from Steph, but she knew that this interview was happening. So let's hope they pop in and we're not announcing it now.
Yeah, well, I would assume so. They messaged us and asked if we were doing it or not. Yeah, no, I've just been busy and I haven't really looked too much, but yes.
Well, you guys are on fire right now. I feel like I saw you guys perform for the Vakken Battle Fest, and you guys won, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Which is fucking killer.
Did you see the live stream or?
No, I did a couple of shows at Hard Luck. Maybe I didn't catch you for that show, but I feel like I caught you in between that because I did come out for a couple of the battles.
Yeah, I think we played the first one we did was in Oshawa, and then we played
the Revolvi in Toronto.
Yeah,
the Toronto final. Provincial final, sorry.
Yeah, the last one was in Edmonton.
Cool.
The last one. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What was the Edmonton show like? Who did you guys play against? Or play with, I should say. Not necessarily against. But who did you guys play with?
It was
Age of Ashes, Infrastructure,
Arrow in the Quiver.
Arrow in the Quiver.
Oh, what a great name.
I think maybe those were the only ones competing. Was there another one?
No, there was one more. The Quebec band, was it Red Raven?
Oh, right.
Chaos,
yeah.
I believe it was called.
Cool.
They were good.
Right
and then they had a guest headliner, which was this really intense black metal band who I think they were the runner-ups last year.
Cool.
They're called Necked, and their performance was intense.
Yeah, very theatrical. And,
cool.
Yeah, they wear like costumes and.
Buddy had a shield and a spear in his hand, and that was cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love black metal.
Same.
I love all that stuff. I love all metal. Thrash metal is right up there as one of my top three. Death metal is probably in my top three. I like groove metal too, which is kind of weird because I never thought that'd be something I'd be into, and that's up there too lately.
Yeah, I find if I like it,
Yeah.
I like it kind of. Yeah.
What do you guys? I find this is becoming a common question. What do you guys listen to that's not metal? What is it? What do you listen to that rounds out your music?
Almost everything.
Yeah, I come from a big classic rock background too. Like my parents were like huge fans of, basically everything from late 50s until like the early 90s.
Nice.
So we're all pretty well rounded in terms of music.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like a lot of like rock or like I don't know shoegaze music, stuff that can be easy listening.
Yep.
I find when we're on the road and driving a lot, we end up listening to a lot of things. We did like a day or two where we were just listening to like 80s music and a lot of different stuff. But I mean, when you're driving for hours and hours, you gotta switch it up. And we're going to play metal shows, listening to a ton of metal. Like, you know, you gotta kind of switch it up.
Yep. Yeah, I hear ya. I've got anything from like Bob Marley and Cher to like Whitechapel and Death on my discography, so I get it.
Yeah,
yeah, it's nice to be able to change it up and
for sure. Yeah, and it's like refreshing, or it's funny too. We'll just think certain songs are funny, so we listen to them, but you know, they're catchy. You know, a lot of 80s stuff is like cheesy and stuff like that. It's funny.
Yeah. No, I hear you. 80s is good stuff though. It definitely keeps the mood going, right? It keeps a good vibe. So
yeah, that's exactly it.
I was born in the 80s, and I don't know if it was necessarily a grand thing while we were living through it, but like a lot of the stuff in the 80s that a lot of people complain about are fucking right on now. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
big hair and fishnets. So I can't. At least I myself can't really complain about those.
I mean, it all comes full circle, right? Like it always comes back. And yeah, I've definitely noticed that in the last couple of years that it's especially the fashion and
well, not even just the fashion. Like look at vinyl and tapes too. Like those are arguably. I think it was Brian Slagle from Metal Blade. He did an interview a few years back, and he said like vinyl's more popular now than when it was popular.
Yeah. I have one hell of a vinyl collection. Actually.
I myself have quite the hefty one now with my girlfriend. Like we've merged them together, and it's become a lot.
Right on. That's awesome. I know. I have a 60-gallon fish tank, and I had to empty out the underneath of it, and I've got about 3,000 CDs underneath because I don't know where to put them all.
Yeah,
I don't know where to put them all. Yeah, there's a ton, and then I've probably got close to 400 or 500 cassettes that are stashed underneath the other fish tank because I don't have time to build the shelves that I see around in my head. I just don't have time to do it. So
yeah, for sure.
It'd be nice if I had this like beautiful border of cassettes and CDs all the way around my house, but they sit underneath the fish tank for now.
Yeah, well, maybe one day.
Yeah. So how did you guys come to be? When did you get together, and how did it happen?
Oh man, quite a while ago. There's been like a few lineup changes through the years, but the band originally started like in late 2014, so almost 10 years ago.
Right on.
We've had some lineup changes. I was original in the band, same with our guitar player Scott, but you know, I feel like we always did stuff, and for what we did, it was good, but we were not nearly as active as we are now. Like I feel like once we got like Gord in the band and our drummer Nathan down the road, like that's when we really started to go like full force and you know, go to a lot of new places and just play a lot more. I feel like it's been the most like consistent version of the band.
Nice.
Other than that, like it all kind of just started from a bunch of us, like we all played in other bands from around the scene we were in, and it just kind of worked out where we came together, and the project started going, and then I got brought in. I brought in Scott with me, and it came to be Beguiler, but it's definitely evolved a lot.
I just want to throw in fun fact about Scott. He originally used to play bass for this band.
Yeah. So he's a guitar player, but when we brought him in, he was playing bass because we had two guitar players, and he didn't really want to play bass at first, but then I convinced him to. Like, and once he heard the music, he was like, "Yeah, I want to be a part of this." But yeah, it worked out where it's like now he's back on guitar, and he's definitely always been a guitar player.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think yeah, he's really excelled at that. And then we brought Gordon, and then yeah, Nathan has been the newest addition. Yeah.
Right on. That's awesome. What's your writing process like? And where are you guys at right now with things you've released, like albums, EPs, singles, and stuff like that?
The writing process, like it, we used to, like when the band first started, we used to, you know, all be in a room and kind of organically write songs. Now it's mostly just all done on computers and stuff. So it's like basically like we'll like, you know, write a song and record it, you know, guitar DI box just to get the idea out. And now it's like, you know, we can actually listen to the song before we actually go ahead and use it. But yeah, we used to do a lot of that in combination, but lately, you know, Scott will randomly just like kind of push songs out, and yeah, he'll be like, yeah, I kind of have an idea, and the next thing you know, he's got like a pretty well done up song. And
that's cool.
Then yeah, we just end up, you know, Nathan will kind of rewrite the drums to it, write what he wants. I'll throw lyrics on it, throw backing tracks and stuff like that. Sometimes things change here and there based on conversation, but yeah, that's pretty much the writing process now. And yeah, we've done I guess technically 4 EPs.
Yeah. And if you count 2 singles, because we did the Jacob and Scott recorded a cover of Damon, the Procreated, off the Whitechapel This Is Exile record. Nice. And then the other single was Unrepentant. Nice. And then now, of course, we have Incarnadine out for the new stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, and so yeah, like that's basically what we put out. We've been working on an album for what feels like a really long time, but it's, you know, it's pretty well all done, getting wrapped up. We still got quite a few things we want to flesh out with it.
Right on.
But that's our next goal and release will be our first full length.
That's awesome. That's killer. Right on. Trans Alien, I think they came in from YouTube, are wondering where you guys are from and what style of music you play.
Yeah, we're from Toronto, Ontario in Canada. And we play, I mean, I guess you call it deathcore, death metal, but yeah, that's basically it. You know, we play essentially death metal music with really heavy parts as well, and kind of whatever we want to throw in. Right. You know, there's definitely some parts that are kind of more groovy and more in the hardcore realm, but it's still very much, yeah, I think deathcore would be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What are some of the? Oh, my door was creaking. I thought somebody was walking in. It's unlocked. What are some of the venues you guys have played across Ontario and Canada that you really like?
That we really like.
Yeah. What are some dives you've played too? Like, throw a little bit of a mix in there.
Ooh, I don't. I mean, we played a lot of dives. Some are better than others.
One of the best bars that you can see shows in too, though.
Yeah, we'll go with the good ones. You know, we always have played a lot of shows at like done quite a few at Hard Luck, done quite a few at Sneaky D's. We like those. We've played a lot at the Atria through the years.
Nice.
There's a lot now, though. We've also been fortunate enough to play like some really cool venues. Like we played at Lee's Palace last year with like Born of Osiris and Traders
and Traders.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And recently one of my favorites was in Edmonton for that for the walk-in battle, the final that was at Starlight Room, which is a very it kind of reminds me of like the Lee's Palace of Edmonton. It seems like it has a lot of history in there, and it's a cool room. And the owner Tyson is great, and he also runs a concert promotion company that does well and has a lot of cool events. And
right on.
I don't know if you have any to add to that, Gord.
Another really cool venue we got to play was the Biltmore in Oshawa. We got to open with Cancer Bats for that one.
Oh, sick. You guys have played with some fucking legendary bands, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Now, like quite a few were. Yeah, it's a big honor to get to do that. And
going back to him talking about Hardlock shows, back in February we got to play with it was Of Sulphur, Mental Cruelty, and Ghost Bath, and that was a sick show. That was a sold out show too. Off for like a Wednesday or a Thursday night?
Yeah, I think it was a Wednesday.
That's killer. Was that a Karina show? A Neuronic Entertainment show?
No, it was Null.
Right on. Awesome.
Yeah,
another legend.
Yeah, with Inertia. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're familiar with like Of Sulphur and Mental Cruelty. They're definitely two like newer bands. Deathcore. Of Sulphur is from the States and Mental Cruelty is from Germany. And then Ghost Bath has been around for
They're
quite
from
a
like
while.
the Midwest, I think.
Yeah. No, they all of them just by title alone, they all sound like great bands. So
yeah.
I'm one of those people who listens to a million bands because of what I do. And if you say, hey, do you listen to this band? I look at you funny because chances are I've probably listened to them, but I can't tell you whether I have or not. Unless it's bands, that I work with or local bands, that are in my playlist that I've seen, such as yourselves, like I know your music because it's in my playlist. I know, like a lot of the bands that I interview, all their music is in my playlist. So I can be like, oh, that's Pound of Flesh. Oh, that's Eaten by Sharks. But when it comes to a lot of bands that I haven't had the pleasure of working with yet, I do listen to a lot of their music, but it doesn't stick in my head or on my playlist, usually until I see them live or I meet them.
For sure, yeah.
If you guys could send me some of those bands' music, I would really appreciate it. I would really love to check them out.
Yeah, I think you'd like Ghost Bath for sure. They're like, I'd say, I don't know, they definitely have a lot of black metal vibe.
Awesome. That's awesome. Zach from Pound of Flesh says all the love for you guys. And I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read that name properly. Stephanos?
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
If you want. I think some of the words are spelled wrong, but I think we all get what he's saying.
Cheers to that, brother.
So yeah, where can we find all your stuff? Like, where are you guys on social media?
Pretty much everywhere. It'd be under Beguiler Band.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're all on Spotify, on Instagram, Facebook, all the streaming platforms, YouTube as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can find us pretty much anywhere like around there, and hopefully at a venue,
at a venue near you soon. Well, you got a couple coming up. You've got the Bank in Welland, which we were talking about when we started this interview, which is going to be fucking sick. Some of your buddies are coming through the week before. We got Pro Sector and Order and Entropy and
Pound of Flesh
and Threats and Type are coming in the week before you guys, and then you guys are coming in with the Sharks, who are fucking legends in this end of town. So,
yeah.
I'll be at the show that you guys are playing too the week after, which this should be a fucking killer show.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you know who else is on that lineup? There's you guys. There's Eaten by Sharks.
There's a band called Stuck in Neutral that's playing from around there. Ready to Die is one of them.
Right on.
And
Red Envy is on the bill as well.
Red Envy as well.
Fantastic band.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that whole lineup is dynamite. You guys, that's going to be a great show. I can't wait for that. I'll be there early for sure.
Hell yeah. And yeah, Sharks asked us to play it, and we've gotten to know them from playing a few gigs, and they're all great dudes.
Oh,
and,
they're fantastic.
Fun to hang out with them, and they're a great band.
Yeah.
Super good at what they do.
Oh yeah, super professional, super. They played my book release last year. Last year they played my book release, and what a fucking wild party that was. I had them and Cryophilic play, and I'm really glad I pulled that off, because that was one of the best fucking parties ever. And they always put on a wild show.
Yeah, they're a band too that's really, really good, like really impressive.
Yeah.
And I think they played the Bloodfest.
Yeah.
So we were
My 40th birthday. For a while I wasn't even calling it Bloodfest. I was just calling it my birthday. So thanks for that, guys.
Yeah.
So that was the last mosh pit I went in, and it was probably one of the best nights I had. Crimson Asphalt played that show that night too. They had a row pit, which was so cool. The whole floor sat down and rode while they played.
Oh yeah.
It was so fun.
That was funny. Yeah, I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. No, they became good buddies of mine too after that show. That was awesome. So yeah, no, that was a great night. Yeah, and you guys have, which we haven't even touched upon yet, and that's the whole reason we're here. You guys are playing Festival at the Whiskey Pit at Ryfield Studios this year.
Yeah, we are.
That's going to be a wild show.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
It was cool from what they did last year.
Oh my God, last year was one hell of a party.
Yeah, we did one of the live off the floor sets there at the end of last year. And we know they're in like a couple of the dudes are in all that is Unholy.
Yeah.
And we played a show or two with them and got to know them there. And then they asked us to do it, and they're very booked up. So it took quite a while, but then we got there and hung out with them, and that was a lot of fun. And
what a great place, eh?
Yeah, great people, great place and setup they have going there. And then they asked us to play it, and as soon as we knew we could, we're like, we're down.
Awesome. I was super excited when I got to hear that you guys were playing. I've been holding on to the lineup for a little while, and I've been sitting on the edge of my seat just making sure that I don't screw up releasing any of the names yet. So we only have 2 bands left, and I know which 2 bands I can't name. You guys are playing with All That Is Unholy. Order and Entropy is playing. Sun Below. I'm trying to think of this in order of interview, and I've completely fucked it up right away. Ox, they were the first band I interviewed for this festival lineup, and they were a wild party too. Just an interview, they were a wild party. I'm trying to think. There's so many bands on the bill that just fucking kick ass. I can't wait for this year.
Yeah, it is a dope lineup. I also don't want to end up throwing any spoilers. I'm not sure.
There's I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like right in the forefront of my stop barking. Right in the forefront of my brain are the 2 bands that I know I'm not allowed to say, and I just cannot pull the rest of the band out of my head. So I think I'm just gonna leave that. And if people want to know who's playing, either go to the page or buy your tickets to get into the show. Like, where else are you going to find free camping, free parking, a ton of fucking family food, because they're doing food this year themselves. You know, and our community is a family. We're all huge on making sure that everybody is taken care of and stuff like that. $25.
Yeah,
Like,
and a lot of bands for that.
You know, 15 bands, one tattoo artist. We're gonna have. I think they have. I think they have a couple vendors. But there's definitely a tattoo artist on site, which I'm super excited about because I haven't been inked in a little while. And I think they have some merch this year. The stage is massive, so there's lots of room to run around. You know, it's going to be a wild party. It is. I think that Callum Clark coming back to do the sound. He did sound last year and fucking killed it.
Yeah, Callum's doing sound. Yeah, he's also another great dude. Great vocalist as well.
Yeah.
But he did the sound for Bloodfest as well.
Yeah.
And he did a great job there. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's killer.
Yeah, but I always love running into
him. Awesome. Right on. We have just fucking blown through this interview super smooth. There has been zero issue. There's been no, I don't know what to ask you. None of that stuff. None of it's dragged on, and I don't even know where to go from here because it's been fucking perfect, guys. Like, this has been, and it's only been a half an hour long. Hi Cody, it's nice to see you, and I'll see you on Thursday. Is there anything you guys want to talk about that we didn't cover?
I mean, Gord, is there anything you want to throw in there? Basically, we got a lot of shows coming up.
The whole month of July, we're more or less every weekend we got something going on.
Ooh, where you gonna be?
This weekend coming up, we got the Heavy Hitters from Alberta, Our Last Crusade coming through.
Cool.
We're going to be ripping Montreal and Quebec City with them Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And
then a few days later, we're playing with them in Ottawa and Guelph.
Cool.
And then we're doing in Newmarket, there's like an annual memorial show for Carter Brown.
Okay.
And we played last year for it. I can't remember if there was a year before that. I think we did the year before as well, maybe. But we're doing that again.
Cool.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Gordon?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, I think we did do it.
I know last year. I can't remember if we did the year before or not. But yeah, it's a great cause, and if you're in the Newmarket area, come out to that. There's 3 days, and every lineup all 3 days is stacked. So
cool.
Yeah,
come check that shit out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we're doing a show in London. It's kind of like a house show with Single Wound, and they're from Toronto, good friends of ours, and also Plague, who is from Windsor, and I don't know if you know Tyson Blast. He does shows in Windsor, but he's in like 5 different bands. Like, he's in so many different bands.
I'm pretty sure he's in Heavy Breather, because I'm pretty sure I interviewed them because they're playing at the Rifle Festival as well. That's one that I could mention, but I didn't. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Tyson's a good friend of ours. Great dude.
Dude, I just interviewed them last Wednesday, and what a great down-to-earth human he is. They both guys were fucking fantastic. I could have talked to them all night, like you guys. I could talk to them all night, for sure.
Yeah, and where else? So then after that, we're doing a show with Sharks in Welland.
Yep.
And then the day after that, we're doing one in Hamilton.
Cool.
Where actually, I guess Sharks had to drop off that show because of scheduling conflict, and they got us to take their spot.
Nice.
That's a good bill as well. And then we're doing, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed, we're doing a kind of last minute show in Oshawa. on the 25th of July, and then I'm playing Sudbury the following day, and then we're playing a festival up in Sault Ste. Marie.
Killer.
And then we got to rip home, and then we're going to Germany to play Wacken open air.
That's fucking sick, guys. That's
yeah, definitely. That's some bucket list stuff. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, I bet.
Mhm.
And like the bands that you guys were playing against to get to the top were top notch, man. You guys fucking killed it the whole time. You guys just ripped right through that contest.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's killer. That's awesome.
there was some great competition. I'm sure. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good bands too from the other countries
Yeah.
that are there.
That's been a bucket list item for me too, is to hit that festival at some point in my life or another.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just playing it, just to attend it and get to see like the whole festival would be like, that's a bucket list right there for me.
Yeah, same here. I think we lost her here.
Just for a second.
Okay.
At least I didn't freeze with some ridiculous looking face this time. So my dog is catching flies next to me. She's a relatively large dog, so my chair might get knocked over.
Yeah.
She's a 100-pound puppy, and she certainly doesn't know her size yet. And she tries to catch flies, and she's got her eye on one in particular. Last time she tried to catch a fly, she jumped on my kitchen table, which I don't know if you can see in the background is very small and glass.
Yeah. That's funny, man. Dogs are funny.
Oh, I'm normally a boxer mom, but she was a gift, and she's one of the greatest, clumsiest, messiest, loudest gifts I've ever been given. But I love her because she's just like me. All of the above describes myself as well. So, but this has been fantastic, guys. It's been such a wonderful interview. We can find you guys on all the socials. We can find you on a million stages, and that's just in July. And then August, Ryfield, and then you're on your way to Germany, which is going to be fucking insane. You guys are on fire. This is amazing. I'm really happy for you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're really trying, and we're trying to go everywhere if we can. And if people want to see us play, we just played did a small run out west for to go to Edmonton for the battle, and then we just got back from New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and it was our first time out there.
That's awesome. East Coast is beautiful.
East Coast, they brought the ruckus every night. Like it was. Halifax was an amazing experience.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Have you guys been over to Newfoundland yet? Have you guys been able to rock on the
Not yet.
Oh,
not yet. Definitely something we'll look into.
Those motherfuckers know how to party.
Yeah.
Justin Dean, I think, is the guy who you would reach out to.
Okay.
Johnny No Cash did a tour out there a little while ago, and I believe Justin Dean is the man that he spoke with to set himself up for that. And I believe, now I could be wrong, but I believe he works on or close to George Street, and that's where you want to be because that's where all the drinking newfies are.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Well, I know you have to take either a ferry or fly there.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I had the privilege of living there for a year, and it was one of the most beautiful years I've ever lived.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we definitely want to check it out sometime. And I know we've had some people out there that have said to come out there, so we'll definitely try. And
definitely. And if there's anything I could I don't know who I still know out there, but if there's any way that I can help, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you guys get out to the Rock. It's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate that a lot.
My kids are happy, so we got a bit of family out there. So I'm sure we can at least hook you up in a place to stay.
That'd be
awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely want to go check it out. Enjoy seeing new places, especially in Canada, and getting to experience them. And it's been great so far. A lot of good people and treat us well, and they're into the music and support it. So and we couldn't do it without that. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I can't say congratulations enough to you guys because you're doing fantastic, and it's nice to see bands that put their blood, sweat, and tears into it get the payoff that they deserve. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you so much
you.
for that. Genuinely, like I see your dog like on the table or something, trying to catch a fly.
She's into something,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I got my little kitty man here having a nap on my bass amp.
What's your cat's name?
This one's name is Ghost. I have another one we just got. She's this little black ball of fur called Penny.
Cool.
I
Awesome.
got a big one named Panda. He's the old man.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 14.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good on you. Come here. Like, or go get your treat bag so that you can stop. I'm literally almost done. We do not need to be having this conversation right now. I talk to her like she thinks, like I think she knows what I'm saying. Let me just grab her treat bag like I did last week. It kept her quiet. Hang on 1 second. Oh, can't walk on that. Come on, all right.
Yeah, we're stoked for Guelph on the 5th. That'll be sick.
Oh,
Zachary Emmons. I was just reading some of the comments.
yeah. My brother popped.
Hello, Adam.
Said hello, and yeah, Zach said he can't wait to see you guys.
Zach, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, Zach Squared is here. That's what I call them. Is the half pound flash.
I gotta remember that for next time I see him in person.
Yeah, I call them Zach Squared and the half pound of flesh. So, because that's how they showed up to the interview. So, like, that's them now.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I'm really happy for you guys. I definitely would love for you to email me some music. I've been working on building a radio station. Ryfield Studios has some radio shows on it. I've been working on trying to edit and clip my radio shows, but I'm learning how to be 10 different people just to do this. So it's going to take me some time. But I would love to grab some of your music and put it in rotation.
For sure.
Definitely. Right now it's just on pre-record repeat, but we all start somewhere, and radio was not my thing. Podcasting is my thing. I'm a loudmouth, not a radio guy, but I'm kind of liking it, so I'm trying to grow it as quickly as I can.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you gotta do what you like. Fearless, drop me your email, and I'll send you some masters.
Yeah, definitely.
You can put onto that.
I definitely like to put you guys in a volume of Sofa City Sounds as well. I do have to write volume 4 and 5, and I think as of August I'm taking a couple of months off so I can get myself prepared and start writing. So I definitely going to need some information from you guys for that as well. Same with Pound of Flesh, because I know you guys are kicking around watching us. So yeah. So, but on that note, I think I'm going to kick everybody else out and keep you guys backstage for a second, and then we can all go do our thing. So this Thursday, we have a show at Dive Pub in St. Catharines on St. Paul Street. I will not be doing an interview. Tickets are $15 at the door. Come see us. It's Order and Entropy, Hate Evil. Damn It Goldie is playing. They were runners-up in 97.7 Rock Search this year, and they throw a fucking wild party. And then we have Any Day, who are great fucking kids, man. They're so young and they're so awesome. And am I missing anybody on that bill? Yeah, I absolutely am. We just added Killing Cosmos to the bill too, and I can't fucking wait to see them play for the first time live. That's going to be so much fun. And then Tuesday, we have one of 2 bands left to announce an interview, and you can't find out who they are unless you head to Ryfield Studios page, or you come see me at 7 o'clock. And then Thursday after that, I'm not really sure what's happening. So I'm going to keep feeding my dog treats and kick the rest of the world out. You can find these guys on all their social media or head to a show. It's not like they're not playing this month. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, Aura. Aura says goodbye too.